Welcome to the quietest ones in the room with your host, Trey. I gotta say it, just the mere fact that you have clicked onto this video and you are listening to the sound of my voice, you by far are the most intelligent people on the face of the planet. So once again, thank you. So I got to thinking about this year. This year started out really bad. We had terrorist attacks on day one of 2025. After that day, we had more events take place in uproars, protests, and that's what we got. And we got President Donald Trump taking over from the former administration of Joe Biden. And there were so many people who were hopeful that their lives would change based off of who they voted for. There were so many people who were convinced that their life was not going as they desired it to because of said political party. Now, while that might be true, and we know how politics plays a role, especially in your local communities, and we obviously can't deny the federal component as well, the reality is we're now in the month of April, and it seems like the world is on fire, right? And if I go back, this year's been wild. We had planes, it seemed like every week were falling out of the sky. We had the drone conversation into the new year coming through and people trying to figure out what was going on. We saw President Zelensky in front of Donald Trump and his VP, JD Vance, taking each other to task in front of the people of the United States of America during a war between Ukraine and Russia. We saw President Donald Trump declare that Gaza would belong to the United States of America. We've seen the back and forth about tariffs. We've heard the back and forth about who's to blame, who's going to win. But we know the average everyday person is set to lose in these situations. It's unfortunate that we've had not only just the amount of death, whether it pertains again to the terrorist attacks or planes falling out of the sky. And let's not forget the LA fires. Obviously, that was horrific. And that city, for my estimation, is decades into becoming a viable place again. It'll take decades, maybe 15, 20 years before that place has some type of normalcy. It's going to take a lot of money. But my point here, before I jumped on, I saw that people were in uproar on X because Bitcoin is continuing to take a step down. And I'm reminded that when I listened to financial analysts last year, I heard one in particular, I won't mention his name, but one in particular who said, I won't be surprised if Bitcoin hits 60,000 and then bounces and rides itself all the way back up to 250,000 a coin. See, we live in a society where if you get caught up in the chaos, you can oftentimes miss opportunities. And the opportunity that I specifically want to talk about now has nothing to do with the stock market, has nothing to do with your employer, has nothing to do with politics. It's a simple opportunity to understand that while all this chaos is going on, one of the greatest things you can do right now in your life, and I know life is tough, I know prices of things are high, but the one thing you can do is to show gratitude. Show gratitude. Show gratitude to God. Show gratitude to those in your family, your loved ones. Show gratitude to your parents, your friends, your coworkers, your neighbors. Just show gratitude. And you'll be amazed how much help comes your way. You'll be amazed how great you feel when you implement the tool of gratitude. Because it's easy to get caught up in all this noise and real losses for many people, maybe even you listening. But don't forget gratitude. Every chance and every moment you get, just say it to yourself. Just say how grateful you are. Oftentimes I think about my loved ones that have passed away, in particular my grandmother. And I don't know if you've ever dealt with a mom or dad passing away, excuse me, grandmother, grandfather who raised you, someone really close to you. You miss those people. And you go through that period of a low, and sometimes you get to a period of you feel grateful for that relationship you have with them. It's a cycle. And I relate that much to what we're experiencing right now in society and in the economy. It's a cycle. You're going to have your ups and downs, but be grateful. Now, there are things to focus on. We know this. We know that things need to change. Some people need to be taxed. We understand this. We understand that the rich are taking advantage of regular folks, working class people. But let's not forget that it's important to be grateful. I'm a believer that if you do not implement this in your life, you won't receive the things that are due to you when the time comes, if you do not show gratitude when the times are tough. So just be mindful that gratitude is a great tool and a position for you to be in and think about continually. And as always, thank you guys. This is a little short. I'm still going through the allergy season. Sometimes my talking, I'm coughing, it's in my eyes. I'm just all over the place. But once this is done, I can get back into the flow and I can feel much better as I come day to day talking about what I want to talk about. But I appreciate your patience nonetheless. And I have some great things coming in store for this podcast. And I just appreciate everyone who has given it a listen, everyone who has commented and liked and shared. And with that, as I always say, until next time.